Let me ask you this as we transition talking about a little bit of the sportsmanship part of it, because as there a winner, there's always a loser. And Carson Beck, they say he walked off without shaking hands, and he pretty much stated that he don't know anyone a handshake after losing the national championship. I owe myself the standard that I play to. So he didn't shake anybody's hands. I did see a lot of Miami players staying there congratulating um, the running back Fletcher. It was a little altercation that happened at the end, but even
He threw
him,
a punch.
yeah, even him was able to stay and talk to Mendoza, and I think they prayed for one another, whatever the case may be. But what's your thoughts on Carson Beck? Um, Obviously, that was a big play where he threw the pick at the end, but not congratulating and just walking off the field.
It's a bad look, and there's no way around it. And unfortunately or fortunately, he's gonna have to answer to that when he get invited to the NFL Combine, and when he stopped by the individual team's room, all 32 teams that wants to sit down and have their 15 minutes with Carson Beck and see what type of person he is. That's going to come up. I mean, what about your sportsmanship? Especially with the other quarterback. Where's your congratulation of Fernando Mendoza? Where's your congratulation of the other team just making a play or making plays? Because what's going to come up is this, Vaughn. Those GMs in the next level in the NFL, those head coaches, they're going to ask you, how are you going to act when when you go on a 3 game losing streak? Is it going to frustrate you to where you're going to be out of character? Is it going to frustrate you to where you're not yourself? Can you show humility in a loss? And that's a lot of things that's on Carson Beck's tape or plate. He's had some of those moments. He's had some of those moments to where you're scratching your head. Even when he had his elbow surgery, he had some of those moments to where you think it's all about him and not about the team. Remember now, this is a $4 million man. Remember, this is a guy that was handsomely paid when he was at the University of Georgia. So he's been living a really, really good, healthy financial lifestyle his entire years in college, and now all of a sudden you coming off. And I don't know this for a fact, but this is you asking me how he's looking to me. He's coming off of a guy that's on his high horse. He's coming off to me as a guy that's I'm better than you type deal. I don't have to do what normal people does, and that's normal. How many times have you shaken somebody's hand after a game win or lose? Do you do this? Now, what I don't know, Vaughn, is this. This marks the Miami Hurricanes' third loss of the season. In the previous 2 losses, did you do that? See that? So that's where I'm gonna have to back up off of a little bit. If he never shakes anybody's hands after a hand after a loss, or he very seldom does that, then I'm okay with it because he's being himself. I don't like it, but I gotta just digress a little bit and say you do what you do. But if he just did this for this game and he was that upset, I don't get it. I don't get it because I tell you a little football deal of it. Carson Beck, when you have a 3-by-1 formation, 3 wide receivers to your right, 1 wide receiver to your left, and you decided to look and that other team, which was the Indiana Hoosiers, played cover 2. That meant that guy that you threw that ball, he was double teamed. That meant that guy that intercepted the ball, he was in a trail technique, and he didn't have to worry about anything over the top because his safety was going to be on the top. So that was a terrible read. That was a read that no matter what, all you could ask that wide receiver to do is bat that ball down. Because it was double coverage from the get-go. They didn't disguise it. They didn't try to trick you from the word hut hut or the words hut hut. That wasn't a good decision. So if you patting your chest and you were frustrated about yourself and the way you performed, especially that last throw, I could understand, so to speak. But sportsmanship should always be a part of your football game, or whether you win or you lose, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean Carson Beck been the same. For you to say like how handsomely paid he's been, whether it be at UGA or at Miami, I always thought Carson Beck was the same player. Like you don't want to put the ball, you don't want to have to depend on Carson Beck to win you a championship, or you just won't win it. And Time and time again, I think he showed that he can win some games, but not the game.
And if you're down for more infotainment, information, and entertainment, like and subscribe in between the lines.